walk us through a couple of things in our business stuff, but then we will in executive session. So I'm gonna go ahead and, at 6:09, call to order our regularly scheduled council meeting for the town of Tallulah Falls, November 13, 2025, and begin with a moment of silence. Amen. All right, need to get a motion to adopt the agenda as presented. Jimmy makes the motion, Scott seconds, all in favor, unanimous. Need a motion to adopt the consent agenda. Jimmy makes a motion, Craig seconds, all in favor, unanimous. We will move on to old business and the gateway signage, which I had not seen any pictures of yet, and I keep forgetting to
It
ask.
looks great. Linda did a great, fabulous job. Let's move on.
She should have been here last.
Yeah. Ouch. If you were getting to eat what I was
Want to
eating,
get good health.
you would understand why I was not here last week. I was at a great restaurant at 6 o'clock on Thursday night.
I do understand.
One of my favorite restaurants up in New York.
And I can try to pull that up if you wanna go through that, I'll see if I can. Pull it up.
Okay, so. Oh, we'll be routed. Oh, okay, good. I didn't want it to be just flat. So we have a. Well, we're looking at two prices. Or two signs, one on each end of town. Each sign, the HD is gonna be high density urethane, I'm assuming. Foam, which is gonna last a lot longer. That part of the sign is gonna be. Of each sign is 8620. I think you guys have a copy of this. Total 17,240 for that.
So that does not include the rock.
Rock, yeah, the rock's gonna be expensive.
And they did not get it to me in time, so.
Oh, okay. Cause then we have the digitally printed part of the
Right,
sign.
the top, which is,
That's how this, for each sign's 277.36, total 5472. That's not a big deal. And then installation out of shop, total for. Oh,
Pretty high. The,
we don't have the stone pylons, but the installation out of shop, they're saying one each, 740. So now I'm confused, cause. We have two signs.
well, the one time out of the shop, they'll probably bring them both out at the same time.
Oh, okay.
Linda, the laminated, is it? I know it's 3M, ACM, I get that, but is it, weatherproof, you know, how long is it gonna last? It makes sense.
they said
The
it,
signs fade out, if you don't have the right compounds on them, they're gonna go,
it should last 5 to 10 years as well.
okay, without having to be retouched up and all that. Okay.
Okay. Now, is that something that can be? It's the wrong term, but touched up or updated.
I mean, 5 to 10 years is a long time. Where they set back then, you'd have to clean them every once in a while. You know, we never cleaned those other signs.
No, we never did.
Had we,
Yeah,
they probably would have lasted longer.
but what I'm wondering is, when it comes time and it does fade, is it just a simple
Painting.
application back over? A vinyl application back over? Or
It's just.
Yeah, that just gets completely redone.
covered and with some, okay, and that would roughly be with inflation and everything else, roughly that 500. Okay, so we
Right,
wouldn't
so
have
it'd be
to,
like
we
7.
wouldn't have to replace the whole thing to.
No, they're gonna have it where that part's gonna be easy to,
You wanna change graphics, you wouldn't do it, but if you wanna change the color scheme, get it freshening, you could. It just molded right.
no, the top part that's printed that shows
Oh, you can replace it totally.
that whole thing, it will be printed.
Okay,
The rest of it, I'll have to,
that's fine.
sorry.
Gotcha.
But yeah, we obviously want, I think it would be nice to have the rock monument, making it more permanent
Oh, yeah, definitely.
and looking nicer.
And we figured there's no grants for this that they promote or give the cities. And we talked to Jim
There-
to see if there's any kind of.
There is,
There is. Okay.
It's not
Surely
a
there's-
quick process. It's-
Surely there's some
Nothing's
tourists.
quick on.
No, I mean, it
grants.
would
We got-
take at least a couple of years.
I got you, yeah, typical. You're
Well,
right.
surely there's some
If we get-
tourism money available. We will be using some of our, T-Splosh for this
And some of the hotel motel.
and hotel
Well,
motel.
we've already allocated some money towards the signs, right? In the past, how much was that?
Five.
In other words, it's already in the budget.
Yeah,
Yeah, we should have some money in the budget for signs we voted on in the past that would go against this.
right,
Mhm. But that's part of that money.
yeah.
Yeah,
that
I was
was-
just curious what it was we had voted in the past, that's all. Didn't know. Because obviously this is significantly higher than what we had budgeted,
Right.
Oh, yeah,
which is fine. We get a good product and it's gonna last on.
yeah, we ought to reach out, I might reach out to the counties too and see if they can kick in a little because we are the gateway of both counties. We are the reason people are coming up here, let's put on a good face. And, I was at a meeting with the other cities in the county, a couple of weeks ago. And shared with them that we really appreciate, it was in Habersham, that we really appreciate the hospitality that they provide for the people that come to town that we can't accommodate. And, they seem to receive that well, so.
But they would have,
Oh,
to
that's nice, yeah.
yeah, they'd have to go through the same bureaucratic states that we have to go through to get money allocated and all that.
Right.
It's a time issue, really.
But like, yeah,
We've waited
So this.
20 years. That they decide.
Is-
Is the printed part, so that part will be where you can,
we can replace that
Replace it.
image.
On the top,
on the top,
and the rest is molded.
the
Those
rest
being
is routed.
routed.
Better know, okay. Now that-
Or they said that you can do the ceramic lettering, either way, it's about the same price, whichever way.
No, it looks great, I think, yeah. I wouldn't mind that as my legacy, would you? Mhm.
I'd rather be a little bit more stacked stony, but that's. kinda
Stack
what-
stone, yeah,
I
no,
think it's more
Black
expensive.
That'll be,
yeah, yeah, I did a stack stone for my
Only about
car.
150% one.
yeah.
But keep in mind that the,
Use a fake stack stone, it'd still look good from a distance.
yeah. Well, something considered,
And
but,
then-
but keep in mind that that style matches pretty close to what a state park has, the old restaurant up here at the end of Main Street. I don't know what it's ever, if it's ever gonna open back up.
The ugly mug.
Ugly Mug used to be Hickory Mountain Restaurant when I first came here.
We could just call it that.
Yeah, so it just, I think that style kind of matches, even
Looks
though
right.
I would prefer the stack, but that's just aesthetics. So
No, it's fine.
anyway,
We have any rough idea what the rock will cost?
No, I met with
Probably
Lorenzo's.
4,500, 5,000 each. That's my guess.
Yeah,
who's that has a place up here?
Lorenzo.
That's Lorenzo's. Does,
they came and met, it was a little too soon. Cause we didn't have the plan yet, and then I sent them the plan, they had it for a couple of weeks, I told them we were meeting tonight, but I haven't did anything.
I think Pro Turf has rock. At their place over there.
I've gotten quotes from Lorenzo, great work, don't get me wrong, but it's not the cheapest, just let you know.
Yeah, I think both, where's their location?
Well, it's just up the road at,
It's just
Boggs Mountain.
Boggs Mountain, that's right. Yeah, they're right there at Boggs Mountain. So, and I
I've got another guy, I'll give you his name.
think they may have rock also, so.
He's very good.
And there's one other guy we can reach out to that can do the work. But I don't know if he's still doing so. Boy. Is that who you're thinking of?
No, I have someone else,
Okay,
you know,
so I have another guy that did the rock for the ring, the fire ring at, Bluegrass. And the rock work on the apartments. he did all that work, so.
So Linda, what are you looking for this tonight?
This
I
is
know-
just an update,
It's
really.
just an update, so you're not looking for any kind of. money.
Unless you're ready for them to start
Now,
signing.
If you went $4,500 on each sign, you're looking at $28,000 to allocate towards the signs to give you money to go towards, if that makes any sense, if that helps speeds it up. If you're not working for a rapid speed and bureaucracy that normally doesn't exist, we can wait another month, but it's up to you.
Yeah.
I did find out at least one of the signs is on Forest Service, so we had a USDA permit for 20 years that
Still exists.
expired.
Yeah, I knew expired was coming.
With the government shutdown, I called and was shocked when they didn't.
So that's this one,
So-
on the south end, and then the one on the north end is probably in DOT right of way.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
gonna
probably right.
guess.
So you're not in a hurry in next month?
Yeah.
Because of the permit issue and et cetera, so we can table it for now and give you an
Yeah.
idea, rough idea, 28,000 Q4. Okay.
I think so. Just wanna keep it on the radar.
Definitely, definitely. All right, so with that being said, let's move on to our water rate ordinance, because we need to put something into place that adjusts over time instead of waiting 20 years every time.
Yeah, automatically, it's,
Yeah, so we need to just get that done.
Well, the
It's not
ordinance-
gonna be popular, it's not gonna be fun, people are gonna get upset, but it just needs to be there. That's the grown-up adult thing to do.
we all pay it. Would the ordinance
Yeah.
address inflation, or is it gonna be based on a rate?
5% per year, the next 5 years, with it being evaluated by Georgia Rural Water every year to make
Right,
sure.
'cause they come up with their own guidelines, right?
And then this year, for the remainder of this year, there's more than 5% spike to get us up
Get us
to
where
where.
we need to be.
I think this year and next year,
No, just,
just this year, okay. No, it's been a while since I did, okay.
yeah, this year, get us up, and then every year for the next 5 years, be 5%.
But during that 5 years, they'll be doing, Georgia Rural Water
Yeah.
will do a review and tell us after 5
Right.
years what.
But the ordinance change is just gonna set in a motion that allows it to happen every year, period.
Right,
We could change it if we need to change it.
Oh, yeah.
It's like we can.
yeah, we'll do that, and we don't.
This is simplified that we don't have to talk about it each year.
Right, and we don't have to go through public hearings and everything else, because that's just a standard city ordinance.
So it'll make everybody angry now, but if we set it in stone, they'll forget about it a year from now. Perfect. Yeah.
I won't, but
Good.
I've got other reasons. Yes. Cause I'm gonna get paid out of that fund for all doing, just kidding. All right, so you have the ordinance, I think we need, if there are any discussions, any thoughts on that, or do we need a motion to go ahead and move forward with it, put it in place?
Make a motion, we make them angry and do it.
I'll second.
All right, all in favor, unanimous,
Done.
attorney?
This one made you happy this time?
It makes sense though, right, Lyndon? I read a little bit of it about,
Yeah,
what didn't, oh goodness.
the only thing
Just
that,
voted on it.
no, it's fine, it's,
We can rescind it.
at some point, we need to talk about, water tap on fees, because the tap on fees are not. covered
Not
in
matching.
elections.
They're too low. Yeah, they're still at what? 5,500?
1,500?
Oh, God, no.
Yeah, I think they're charging us over 2,000.
Tap on fee needs to be a minimum on the tap on the line, it's like 1,500 to 1,800, and your meter, you gotta supply plus 50 foot of line, right? Your minimum,
Well, I don't know.
whatever
right now
all
we've
it
got-
says.
Yeah, ours just says that we don't, the city doesn't have to pay more than $500.
Oh, it's a value,
Yeah,
oh, okay.
but with it being outsourced now, I mean, that's not even coming.
Yeah, that 1,500
That's not
was,
covered.
that 1,500 was put in place when Bill was still our water.
That's fine, I get it when it's put in place.
So we could do that under our fee ordinance, I mean, it doesn't have to be in it.
You do it later, yeah.
Yeah, we can address that another day.
Which leads right into.
Rock House plan review?
Oh, no, sorry, I was getting ahead of myself, okay.
You're pulling a me. Getting ahead of yourself.
That was the next thing.
Yeah, all right, so next item in the old business, final item is Rock House Plan Review and Cost Estimates. I don't know that there's a decision that needs to be made here.
No,
It's just-
again, I'm just
Is that
trying to-
right?
Right, so, Rainwater, Blake Rainwater's, guy Brent Cody came by today, dropped off more plans, final plans with, electrical for a review. Tanya's already approved her part of it. And then they dropped off the wrong page. They dropped off your page again, so I still have to
So
get
we gotta get.
the other page.
The
So
community-
the layout's the same as we agreed upon last time.
Yeah.
They
That's
don't
also
show
a-
all the final stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it.
It, there was one minor change on the upper level, where she had two little, like a storage room and the evidence room back to back, and she got that wall, just made it one
I got you.
evidence room.
So when's it gonna move forward?
So, okay,
February.
so here we go. No, well, no. Not exactly. Okay.
Oh, New information.
This is the update from him as of
Okay.
3:38. So the electrical, that'll be to be reviewed. Anything that needs to change on that main level, I don't know, you had talked about one
Nothing needs to
time.
change.
Some on
Yeah,
the
let's go.
kitchen or whatever, but anyway, anything else that needs to be changed? The drawings are complete, MEPs have, designed their systems. Rainwater is finalizing the initial budget pricing, should have ready before Thanksgiving. Need to start looking at the site work, trees that need to come down and ones that can't. So they said if there's certain trees anybody has a strong affection for that need to be not touched, they need to know which ones.
We don't, they need to cut what they need to cut.
I do.
Forward. Come on, Mike,
It's some nice.
get this thing built. I know, but they grow very quick, they grow very quick, trust me, I have a problem, I have to cut them down every year, I got you.
No, I'll live with,
Let's get
that
this
one
thing moving.
oak is gonna be a problem that's close to the building. It's
Okay.
beautiful,
It
I'd
is
love to
great.
keep
I know
it,
which one you're talking about.
but it's gonna continue to tear up the sidewalk and substructure.
And you're gonna run over the root system and everything else, so it's probably gonna
So
become
it's, we
liability.
probably need to take it
In
down.
5 years from now, we'll be voting on whether or not we should cut it down at
Right.
$8,000, but that'll be
Yeah,
great.
no, that tree, I hate to say it, probably needs to come down, but if we can replace it
Yeah.
by putting it somewhere else.
How quick is that gonna get moving?
Okay, so once budget pricing is submitted, they hope to get a contract with us for December.
Okay,
Meeting. And then utilities and other site work can take place in December, utilities, retaining walls, et cetera. And then demo and construction start after the holidays,
wow, that'd be huge.
so
That's great.
probably closer to February 1st for demo.
It's a lot quicker than what I got going on, so that's good.
And that is the latest and greatest.
Started faster than that, but.
No, that's good. We've been looking at it for a while.
I've got we have a job right now that was supposed to have started, we were supposed to have been setting stuff beginning of this year.
Mhm.
They're now saying because of engineering issues,
Yeah.
it's in southern Alabama. That
I'll-
they're not. Someone screwed up with the steel and the 45-foot post is bowing out in the middle. So that whole thing's, they're gonna be in litigation for a long time. So yeah, this is actually gonna happen faster than other projects have been on. All right, so that's the update. Not much to do on that. And then we can move on to the next item. That's Linda and Warren have been working really hard on, and I'm gonna let them take the lead on that. But it's a unusual water line extension situation to provide water to a new property owner in town along River Street. The problem is a little bit complicated because of right-of-way issues. So I'm gonna let Warren, like I said, let Warren and Linda talk about it. So I got lost on that. Yeah, even trying to explain it to Craig the other day, I was like, I don't know why.
To me, it's simple, but go ahead. I'll
Well,
explain to you.
Linda, you got the news. So the There've been some minor updates, just the language and stuff. From the one that's in the agenda packet,
No, they've got the new.
okay, well, so, I mean, the concept is pretty simple. That's what I understood it to be, was that the house in question is located someplace where the town really would not be running a line to serve future properties in that area, because there's no other real properties.
So we don't have a main going by the house, so therefore we gotta run a longer than usual service line on right of way, not just private property to get there to set the meter.
Correct, and it's a line,
And it's a one service?
one service.
Okay, so it's like a long side service, but unfortunately. Long side services are across major highways, but they're always on right of way, so you've got to run an extension or bore or whatever. This was not a long side service, the fact that it doesn't go on the highway, but you got to extend it down the right of way.
It's gonna run in the right of way, kind of with. it.
Right, but it's gonna be dedicated to one person, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, so what is the issue with, why do you have to have an agreement? Because to me, it sounds like a long side service tap, in other words, they paid a tap fee. We would set the
They're
tap, and set the
paying-
meter. I know, I got that. They would set the meter. Just like I had to do. When you set my meter, I had to run 250 feet to my house. I did it myself. I got that, because I understood what the fee paid for.
Right.
Same with this particular owner, they would pay for the fee. We would set the meter on right away within the distance required from the main, and then they would run their service line to their house like the rest of us have to. So the issue is that it's on right of way, is that what it is?
That's sort of, the other issue is that if we did it by what we're.
But we're not
obligated-
serving anyone else, it's just serving one house.
But if we do what we're obligated,
Yeah.
the meter's gonna be here in this intersection instead of
Yeah, I
by
got you,
his
instead of
house.
by his house.
Yeah, so that's part
But
of.
it's still on right of way over there by his house.
Yeah,
Okay,
That's right, but the reason.
so what's our limited distance on our tap fee? $500, right?
Right.
So therefore, anything you can lay over $500, the owner has to pay for the rest. Isn't that a simple agreement? That we pay up to $500 and then they pay the difference to get it to their house, we still pay for the meter? Is that not logical?
I think the bigger thing is, at least in my mind, there's gonna be a fair amount of distance of pipe that has to be placed in the
Well, that's a
right.
service line,
Yeah. Right,
it's not a main.
but that's, I mean, pipe, so
Yeah, I
it
got
gotta,
it.
gotta be put in the right of way. And ordinarily, local governments can't let folks run things in the right of way that aren't public. We're just gonna.
I could see that if it's beyond what we pay for, that's correct, because there are alongside services, I've run. Bill 441, I run. Bill. Here at Dairy Road, I ran
They probably have.
600 feet, yeah, no, I agree with you, it could have been an agreement, I'm not aware of it, it was in the right of way agreement.
So all this is really saying is.
That's a right of way agreement, basically, right?
That's,
There's two versions though, and one,
Why are there two versions?
yeah, so the initial idea, or at least. You know, what I understood when I wrote it on this was, in order to place it in the right of way, now you've got things in the right of way that. You're either gonna have to at some point take over, dig up, whatever. The idea was, the reason you allow this to happen. Is because in exchange, you're gonna sell one.
Yeah.
So the idea was if there's a.
That's if we were paying for it, though, we would want to make guarantees,
so
if we're
there-
not paying for it, why do we need a guarantee?
Because there's a concept
Because we got a
legally,
tap fee.
that just says normally cities can't give gratuity.
So that's what that 20-year guarantee was?
Yeah, it was intended to be we're gonna go through all of this, but the reasonable expectation by virtue of the contract is to have,
But we're not paying for the line, right?
we're not paying for the maintenance loan.
So
Why do we need to do anything?
why do you need to guarantee it?
We don't need a guarantee.
Just
There's
ask.
no cost to it.
I don't think you do that.
Okay,
My,
that's the only thing I read in there, it's kind of like,
so there's two
I
versions.
mean, if the owner doesn't care, fine.
So there's two
and the
versions.
owner's here tonight, guys.
I know you're here, I'm trying not to sit there.
Oh, that's the only problem I've got with agreement, I mean,
Yeah, I figured that would be an issue, it's
It's
kind of
just-
silly.
it's silly.
I don't disagree with this. That's why I'm making this point.
So
I don't wanna bring you in the conversation, we'll keep on. So with public comment, you got it.
I don't know which one was draft one and draft two, but one of them had the 20-year language in there solely just to memorialize what's probably gonna happen anyway.
I don't think the 20-year language needs to be in there. That's
Well,
what.
so-
I agree with that.
So I don't have a
Makes
recommend,
sense.
I don't have a recommendation
I got
for you. I don't have a dog in that hunt. Linda said, take it out. We'll present both of them to
The
council.
only thing that maybe should be in there is that if there's a damage in the line, just like there's a damage between the meter and my house, I have to repair
That's in there.
It's in there.
it. Okay, well then that's all I was worried about. No, you know what I'm saying. 'Cause it's a longer than usual tag.
And my focus was, when I first talked to Warren about this and brought it up, is that I did not want Gus to have to pay a franchise fee, like Windstream and Georgia Power do, because he's.
Oh, God, no, no, it's only a
Exactly.
service.
So,
Serving
so how do we,
multiple houses, that's what we're talking about.
so how do we make that
One,
happen?
it's not.
How do we make that
There's-
happen where
there's nothing to be
Windstream
said.
come back and sue us?
No, that's
No,
That's all.
totally different.
yeah,
This is
That's
just
all we're trying to
service.
do here.
let them pay for the line and go
I
with it.
don't think that's an issue.
No, I don't either. I think it's reasonable enough to go through with the version that doesn't have the 20 years. So
I got you. So take out the 20-year version, so to speak. Do maintain the fact that he needs to maintain the line alongside service. That's it. It's just like anyone else. And
Yeah.
Linda, yes, increase the tap fee. No offense, you're getting by with a cheap tap fee.
Yeah, no,
We
you're
know
locked
that.
in.
We need
But
to,
don't
we need to
realize-
jump the tap fee.
So that's what the agreement does. It says
Okay.
he's gonna build it, we're gonna allow him to put it in the right
Yeah.
of way. I think you get around gratuities by virtue of the fact you're selling him water. I suppose if you wanted to
Exactly.
go out after the fact and drill a well, let's.
Yeah, why does it matter?
Yeah.
We still own the meter, we still own the
Right.
line.
So that's all spelled out.
We'll own the line, period, so. Okay,
We did, for his benefit, there's just some language changes related to public dedication, because this is a different type of situation, so it says that it's not, that it's just a change to the actual version. Probably saw it before now.
I said it.
is there anything for us to vote on?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, we need to approve which one.
The
So
non,
you've got one green and non-20-year, okay, I'll make a motion, we accept that.
I second the non.
Unanimous. Figured that'd be
When you
the
go over the pipe, unfortunately, they didn't lower the invert like I asked them to, you only got 2 foot of cover, so we need to discuss that before you drop your line in.
Yeah, and
If you don't mind.
I'm getting, Lauren with American Water.
Maybe he needs the bore underneath that.
Yeah, so he's the one doing it, I'm saying, I'm not hiring somebody,
He's got some room underneath the rock, he can bore underneath, and I need to talk to him about that, that's the way it needs to go,
that'd be great,
okay?
I won't do it right. That'd be
Okay.
great.
Perfect. All right. Sorry it took so long.
Yeah,
I
that
know
was
it's-
that's a rough process, and he took me through right there,
Well,
I gotta tell you, I don't, it's not
So,
harsh.
I got you.
now we're done. We can,
Yeah.
I will call or notify Lauren tomorrow and,
let him know he needs to talk to.
and then we can
Yeah, I
talk
need
to
to
Greg,
talk
but he
about
can
it.
move forward and we're good to go. So, great, guys. I appreciate that. All right. Next item on the agenda was, Harry August was part of our planning and zoning commission. And he decided he needed to resign from that position and submitted a resignation letter. Hate to see him go, he was good for the commission. I wish we could have worked something out a little bit better. In the meantime, I have talked to, since there's no decision we made on that. I have talked to a relatively new resident to the town, but an old friend to the town, meaning her dad helped start Bluegrass 25 years ago, 26 years ago. So her name's Amelia. They're renting from Mary Beth down here on River Street. She has a business in Athens. No, she works for someone in Athens, doesn't she?
Yeah,
Is Is it combo?
I mean, she's a hairdresser.
She's a hairdresser.
She doesn't own the salon,
Right.
but it's. kind
But she has
of
her
her own.
clients. She has people that drive an hour and a half to see her. But she used to have Salon, what's now Salon B13, back when it was Tangerine Dream up in Tiger. So she's been in the area a lot. She's had businesses and, so she's kind of got that mindset, I think would help us with the planning and zoning.
She's a volunteer, wanting to volunteer?
Yeah, I
Amen.
reached out to her and her husband. Her husband's wanting to join the fire department.
Yeah.
We're just having a hard time
How
coordinating.
about we
So,
take her in, please, if you'll accept it? Is that
all right.
okay?
Scott seconds, all in favor, unanimous, all right, that is done. All right, the ultimate enforcement services agreement, this is about the school zone cameras. Blue Line has been kind of a pain to get data from. And we've had a disagreement with them over the past several years when people submit an open records request. From our perspective, every bit of data they have is subject to that. They want to say it's not. We've got, it's time. Baldwin has moved away from Blue Line. I think they went with the same company. So between Tanya and Linda, you guys can ask
I
questions.
make a motion, we move to what Baldwin moved to.
Hey,
I don't even know that we had to discuss it.
just one concern, getting out of the current contract we have, if you looked it over, Warren, everything's clean,
We will have to provide them with notice.
what's the note? 10 days, 28, 30 days.
It may be 30.
Okay, here's the question, the electronic signs that we're supposed to supply, are we getting,
That was in the original contract, so those belong to us.
Tanya, what have they said on that? Same old shit, excuse my language.
So, yeah, we made the agreement with them. We changed the agreement. And said that we would.
Well, then, I don't care about the sign, see if these guys can use it,
Signs.
since we've got DOT permit.
So we have someone from Altoona on. That's
Sorry.
gonna call.
Hello, good.
What about the equipment that we have?
Enoch, I thought that was Enoch Autry from this paper.
Well, yeah, that one is.
So,
There are a couple of revisions you'll see in the market. Okay, so if y'all do approve it, we make it subject to, you know, the mayor, clerk and attorney.
Some of them are basic, but Warren, some.
That they are, and they're the things that we have found to be problems in the Blue Line contract, so we wanted to just specify and get around those problems. We may never have them, but we just figured we'd get out in front of those.
Yeah, so to get rid of the Florida statute, some others.
yeah, in theory, our original contract with Blue Line was after 2 years of continuous service with Blue Line. The electronic speed notification signs would belong to the town.
Which has never happened.
They never got them put up for various different reasons, but whether they got put up or not, to me, I don't know if you guys would think it was worth holding their feet. Get those signs. We had them at one time, but then they took them away to bring back new signs.
Are we
I
gonna,
want those signs,
are we gonna get signs though from?
No,
Yeah.
but that doesn't mean we can't use money from the public safety fund to buy our own signs.
So one thing that they are doing that Blue Line didn't, so the DA's office, George Christian, they have been wanting all the towns to get plot cameras. For different reasons, you know, to be able to, you know, track things, track people, whatever. This company has actually given us 2 plot cameras. They are paying for everything and we don't have to pay a dime for them.
That's all.
Not the subscription.
They're taking care of,
Where are the cameras gonna be set up? So
wherever I like plot.
I don't like the idea of the flock cameras, but I understand.
All they do is tell if somebody's missing,
Right.
Amber Alerts, it helps, you know, recognize the tags and stuff that they
I
can.
think it's just one more step down a slippery slope, but my biggest complaint. My biggest objection up till now was the extreme cost
No problem.
to have them, and if we're not gonna have to cover that, I'm gonna step back.
Yeah, he said that they supply those. As long as we are with them, they would take care of it.
That's cool.
So as long as we're getting out of the existing contract clean, and we can move into this contract, what's the cost of it?
will be better.
Better off, Okay, that's all you gotta say. Okay, so why do we need to talk to the gentleman?
He's just here to answer questions, I believe.
But because we haven't given notice and because of the transition period, it's, you can't make this date.
Now it's known, yeah. So,
Yeah.
we need to make this happen.
I make a motion to move forward.
All right.
Jim makes a motion, we accept. Make seconds on.
Subject.
Yeah, so.
Subject to the review and
Such
comments
as-
that,
yeah.
sorry, that warrant is made into the documents.
Yeah, that makes sense. Essentially what you're doing, approving us to go forward your house.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's what we want.
And the contract itself is in front of you, so to the extent we need to be in a meeting, we had that, but we still do the whole thing.
Is there anything you needed to add?
And Tanya, you're on board, Tanya, you're on board? All right.
Absolutely.
No, I appreciate the opportunity to participate. I intended to be there in person, but with the shutdown and lines and things of that nature, I asked if I could virtually attend. Just a couple quick updates. Your agreement, city attorney, is the same one that Baldwin just signed, with the exception of they realized that there was some 30-day warning language in there, and we took that out in your version of it. Secondly, it looks like Baldwin is going, sorry.
Okay.
It looks like Baldwin is going to go live on the 17th. So we met our 30-day window. When they gave 30 days, they're not going to have a down day, which is pretty exceptional and rare. So for those reasons, and yes, the financial agreement is much better for you all than your previous agreement as well. And I didn't say this, but if you want to make it, I know you have funds, but if you wanted to make this agreement subject to us providing those signs that you would like to have, you can send that back to me, and I'm pretty sure we can probably get that approved.
Get us all you can, brother.
Thank you.
You bet.
Appreciate
You bet.
So Linda or I or somebody will get in touch and iron out. I mean, my comments were pretty minor.
Okay. Yeah, just get back with me. We're prepared to move quickly. We actually have people on the ground in Baldwin this weekend finishing that setup. So I was going to see if they could run and do a site survey real quick while they're in the area.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
Great.
Appreciate you.
You bet. Thank you. Look forward to coming there.
Do we want to make that part of it?
We need to change the motion.
Well, I think the motion, as I understood it, was to authorize the three of us to move forward
Make it
with
forward.
the announcement, which would include termination of the blue line with whatever notice period, and then whatever revisions need to be made to this, which will add that,
Exactly.
What, and what about this?
but we'll add that to it.
Add it to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all want to sign.
Yeah, well, they
Come out.
like a gentleman.
Come after the other ones and then go ahead and get the new
Can
ones.
we put a install date, something that, we'd like those signs installed within 90 days of the agreement, or, I mean,
We
it's
waited.
been years, we've never gotten
3
anything
years.
from the old ones.
So,
Yeah,
You
yeah,
don't have to, just pen it down.
yeah, we'll look at it.
Okay.
So the next one is gonna be me as well. That's the application to transfer of Windstream's assets. We have now done this at least twice. You had some company that had franchise right away, telephone deal. Windstream went into bankruptcy, so they first tried to assign it to some company, Unity. There's some other second company that came along. This is basically a third company that's doing the same thing as Windstream emerges from bankruptcy. So there's no reason not to approve it. The letter proving it back makes it conditional upon if they want to do something new, rather than just taking over the existing assets, then they've got to come back to us with an application. But if they're simply taking over what is in the ground and it's a name change from Windstream or Unity to Kinetic, then, you know, it would be approved.
Do we physically bill them or do they just automatically pay?
I think they automatically.
They automatically pay. So it's just switching companies from the automatic
It's
pay.
just that they've got to change the name.
Yeah, that's it.
Different LLC and that's it.
So anything new will be, they have to come back to us,
Yeah,
just like anyone else will,
correct.
within the right of way.
If they're doing something that's wholly inconsistent with what Windstream was our,
So we have to make a motion to accept the application.
motion to conditionally approve it.
Can I make a motion conditional?
Second it.
Kinetic as the new name.
So the other kind of quirky thing with this is you have 15 days from the receipt of it to notify them of any deficiencies. And there's automatic time frames that run, so tonight happens to be day 15. So we can.
Nothing's changed. Yeah.
Nothing's changed.
Okay.
All right. Finally, as far as new business goes. Craig?
Yeah,
your survey for the,
Yeah, the
Under the
safety
bridge?
corridor that we topoed was done voluntarily by my brother. He's a licensed surveyor. He did the safety corridor. We never have had permission to go around the dam and the DNR property to create this safety corridor. We're trying to get people to go under the bridge. Cause if you ever look, these stairs are dark and shadowed. That is all a part of the triangle safety corridor that we've got a design on right there that everyone's welcome to look at. That does show that clover leaf up there. And the reason for it is to just create a pathway into the city that's friendly.
yeah, wheelchair and bicycle.
There was ADA compliant, and everything else, these are stairs. So finally, we've got, thanks to Rails of the Trail and some other people, we have a better understanding from Georgia Power and DNR what we're trying to achieve here with the Rails of the Trail future project. The city's part is to tie into that future project and the state park to bring traffic into the city safely. So they've allowed us now to survey those areas, which are sensitive because it's a dam and Southern Company and it's DNR and they have their regulations. So that's all been approved. My brother's not doing that for free. He's not even doing it. We're gonna hire outside service. Their fee is gonna be around $4,500. I've asked for $5,000 to come out of the safety funds to go towards that quote, which I'll present. But I need the money to be approved so we can move forward.
I approve.
I second it.
Okay.
All in favor, it's approved.
Right.
Simple,
That's it.
simple.
Smooth as glass. All right, we do have some issues we need to discuss in executive session.
Litigation and acquisition of rules.
Yeah, and, I'm just gonna say all three, but then just to cover us all accounts. So I need a motion to go into executive session.
Make a motion.
Legal- For legal reasons, for property and personnel. Scott makes a motion,
Second.
Jimmy seconds, all in favor, unanimous.
Y'all gotta go.
So, we're gonna keep you guys out for a while.
Now, you need, thank y'all for your help on that.
Yeah.
You need a signature on that tonight, or just you send that to me or what?
Check Linda, I just sent Lloyd a message saying, get it on his schedule, so. Lauren,
Do I need to sign them tonight? or-
Lauren, Lauren, yeah, Lauren. Did a lot of things. Yeah, which, well, I mean, we are a town where you need to be able to multitask, or, wear different hats.
Yeah.
So. But I'm not gonna make you pick up the show, although I did know someone picked up the branch out of the road the other day, so.
That's
I
all.
had to drive by it twice, and
Yeah.
when I came back.
On 20 year.
It was already taken.
Which room to?
Right in front of City Hall, just by where I've got those rocks set.
Yeah.
But in the road, there's a branch laying there for a couple of days and someone got it before I could get there.
I mean, I need to bring-
You gotta hang around.
No, this is supposed to,
leave it.
You don't leave. We ain't
This is
for
legal.
legal.
this is supposed to, be notarized and have a seal since it's a corporation, so they need to come back up here with the seal and sign that, or just sign it now, or what do you?
Can you? So,
I can know.
I can do it too.
Yeah.
Is it the
You have your thing?
seal on it?
Now, I don't have it with me, but I
It
can.
just says an official witness and
Is
notary.
is it a corporation or LLC?
It's LLC.
So you don't need a seal for an LLC.
Yeah.
thanks. Sorry that was such a pain. I really am.
I appreciate you saying that.
I just. So,
You can always talk to me, we can talk, so it's all right.
We're still glad you're here.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
you remember Gusman's?
Yes,
So you can.
Good to see you guys.
That's.
Take care, bro.
he looks so familiar.
He's Gus.
Yes,
Gus.
Gus and Dinah, yeah.
So,
Oh.
it was his parents started the restaurant, named it after his
Jeff,
brother.
Yeah,
So.
I kept on looking at him, and I couldn't figure it.
No action, then,
Just direction.
yeah, so.
Hang on. Okay, there.
All right, need a motion to come back into regular session.
A second.
Jimmy seconds, all in favor, unanimous. Real quick, mayor's comments. Want to put it out there, even though no one's here. Christmas party, that first Friday
Yeah, we'll be down.
in,
I'll provide chili again, yeah.
Okay,
Well,
I may need some help with getting the tree out and getting the decorations on the poles. The fire department will still do hanging pole stuff with the help of the school.
Right,
Letting
sure.
them borrow that truck. But I may need to get them ready. I'll talk to, Chris.
that 12-5.
Yeah, it'll be the fifth, I think the fifth. Really outside of that, I don't wanna, there's really not much more to say. We have some people online for public comment. I'm gonna open it to public comment if anyone wants to say anything. And so there doesn't seem to be any motion that direction, so I'll go ahead and close that down and take a motion to adjourn. Scott makes
Just
a,
a,
Jimmy seconds on.
See you, Jimmy. Thank you.
thank you,
We're out of
appreciate
here.
you.
Thanks, guys.
Amen.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Warren. Thank you.
Go on, second.
Sorry for speeding that up, guys.
No,
I
that's
know Jimmy had to go and